The Dode Fox Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dode Fox Podcast. I'm Ronnie, he's Paul, and could Saturday afternoon be a bigger robbery than that one at the Louvre last week? But we'll take the French crown jewels, and more importantly, the 3 points. Like, subscribe and click the notification bell on YouTube. Support the pod, buymeacoffee.com/Dode Fox Podcast. Listen at dodefoxpodcast.com and give us a wee follow on social media. We're at Dode Fox Podcast.
Coming up on this week's episode, the week that was, St Mirren review, good, bad and ugly, Motherwell Preview, Loan Report, Women's Team, Academy Lads, the Tannadice Test, and On This Day with the Arab Archive. It's all coming up on episode 307 of the Dode Fox Podcast.
Hi, I'm Mark Reynolds and you're listening to the Dode Fox Podcast.
So welcome back to the award-winning Dode Fox Podcast, with first Boyzone announce a comeback tour, now Westlife. I can't wait. Paul McNichol, and finally realising Nikolai Muller does not have blonde hair, Ronnie Costello. Before we start this week, Paul, a quick shout out for our pal Mackers, who's been through the ultimate VAR check this week, and let's just say there's absolutely no coming back for the offside decision. He's had the snap.
Oh dearie me. Fair play. Better man than me. And I hope he's alright.
Well, if MD was at the Courier Awards on Friday night, they probably heard his wife announcing it to Abdi. So a wee birdie tells me.
So I'm the last person in Dundee to find it. Excellent.
I think he's off on
and
that.
And now he's went worldwide.
He's asking people to pad him down in yesterday. He made the game. Of course he did. Did make the
It's
game.
only a snip.
Well, you say that.
It's no much snipping.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So yeah, that was. I just thought we.
That was the week that was, folks.
Well, I you know what? I noted that down when it was 1-9 yesterday. I thought this might cheer what up, and then we got the ultimate cheers an hour and a half later.
We did. Yeah.
Week that was very quick. This week, apart from the snip. Our midweek fixture against Rangers, December the 3rd, has been selected for live TV coverage. It'll be on Premier Sports. That is the game I mentioned last week. I totally didn't even realise was midweek.
Yeah, bring it on. That's what I said last week, and I maintain that this week.
Absolutely. Following a supporter-wide vote, Dundee United are pleased to announce the newly elected season ticket holder representatives on the DUSG, that's the Dundee United Supporters Group. Tracy McGavin and Andy Clark have been chosen to represent supporters for the 25-26 campaign. If you don't know the DUSG, it provides a platform for meaningful dialogue between United and the wider fan base, ensuring that the voices and views of supporters are heard and considered on key matters relating to the club. Andy Clark, a.k.a.
The Audi Arab.
Yes.
The Audi Arab. Yeah. And I think Tracy got re-elected.
Yes.
Yeah, because she was on it last year. So as John Lindsay, he bows out after a few years service to it. Good luck to them. Like, I've got my own thoughts on how productive that this group is. I know from speaking to John in the past, when he would perhaps raise issues at these meetings, and the club would maybe come back to him and say, but this is the first that we've heard about it. So if you could get other people to message in, then that would be brilliant. That's the whole point of it, I thought, that somebody goes to the club and tells them about whatever issue it is. But we'll see how it goes moving forward. But yeah, all the best to them.
Yeah, fair play. It's one of these things that need done, but gives fans a voice, and hopefully it's stuff. It could be constructive, it could be slightly critique as well. But hey, things need said, things need done, and all that.
Do. And like, we obviously know the Audi Arab a wee bit. I've no doubt he will speak his mind when need be.
Well, he's not quiet. We'll just leave it at that. He's had his views. So this week, hopefully, the video works, because
we'll see.
I was telling Paul, I thought, try a couple of platforms, this video thing, we'll see if it works. So if it's audio only, when we'll get to it, but there's a magnificent strip hanging by me at the moment that it's a favourite of mine. So if it does work, then you'll see it. If no,
I'll be there again next week.
Yes, very likely it will be. Yeah,
what's happening.
Yeah, so hopefully this all works. But thanks to everyone who is still engaged on the old YouTube thing. It was always going to be a bit of land of the giants as St Mirren were coming to Tannadice this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first home game in...
About 8 years.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just say to you, then the next game's in like 4 weeks as well. But
yeah.
and we mentioned last week it was going to be an interesting one given the size and the power that they can possess, and hopefully after last week we could learn some of our own lessons and start the game quickly. Before that though, 3 changes.
Yeah.
Not unexpected.
They weren't unexpected. No. Like I was discussing this with Leo yesterday or Saturday morning, saying like, what do you reckon the team's going to be today, mate? And we kind of picked the team that it was, so it wasn't a surprise at all. Obviously, Eskison, Dolcek and Fatario dropped out. Yovu was back in. I think we maybe even mentioned this last week as well, like, because it's completely different, and like without fast forwarding too much, it'll probably be different again midweek against Motherwell. So it's horses for courses just now. So the team itself wasn't a surprise. But I hate to be honest, Rondo, before the game, I wasn't confident. I wasn't feeling it for once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that because you're a dodgy roll or something?
No, it's just because it's St Mirren, and it's like you always know that you're going to be in a game, and they always seem to be up for it. They always seem to work their arses off. So you're really hoping that we are up for it and working our arses off as well. But before it, I wasn't feeling the confidence that I felt pre-match for the Kilmarnock and the Livingston home games.
How did they end?
Not well. Not well.
So you went against that, and we done all right. What was there to worry about?
Well, I'm now hoping that confidence has completely left me, and every week we'll just win.
Well, I mean, I think the important thing is let's start the game strong, because we've no been doing that. So
yeah. I didn't think we started that badly. Like we didn't start, no. we didn't come flying out of the traps, but I didn't think that we were all over the place. Like we looked like we were well in the game, and it's the first major incident, the injury.
Yeah, well, I mean, first 15 minutes, there was nothing really happening. I think Moller has a kind of half chance at best, and then obviously look at Stevenson. God, I mean, because it was the opposite. It was in front of you, wasn't it? No, not in front of you. But the opposite end for me, and even for where I was, I went, oof.
So at the time, my tangerine tinted specs were shouting off. Like I was thinking, he has absolutely malted him here.
What was that? Was it a shoulder? Was it a head boot? Was it a knee?
It's a knee in the bus.
Serring.
Now, regardless if it was accidental, which I completely believe it was, having watched it back as well, he is kind of looking at the ball. You can't knee boys in the puss, Rondo. It's a bare minimum.
You're not even allowed to do that in the UFC when they're on the deck.
No, you really aren't. But I thought it should have been a yellow card. Like we obviously get the free kick.
Wait a minute, you were confident on behalf a minute ago.
And
so now you've downgraded yourself.
In the moment, I was a lunatic. But once I had settled, I thought, right, he's at least got to get a yellow card here. And then when I was speaking to Martin about it at half time, our buddy Martin, he was like, look, his head was down. I was like, that's not the way I remember it. Like, plus, even if it is, you can't be kneeing boys in the bus. But that was costly. Like that obviously massively costly for us. And the fact that, I mean, there was numerous things that pissed me off about that. He should have been booked, and then he's got to go off the park. Whereas I believe if he had got booked, he doesn't have to leave the pitch.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yep.
And then when he's going off the park, the ref tells him to go off at the furthest point, which is against any sort of logic. Even when they mark subbies these days, they mark you, or use sometimes, they mark you go off at the nearest point. But he didn't. Tell him to go off at the furthest away point for whatever reason, I don't know. And and Aidan behind me, he was like, and we're now exposed doing that side. You're like, I can. And that was, 2 minutes later or something? Or no, even that probably.
Moments.
Yeah, moments later, we they break on us. Quite smart from their point of view. Let's play down the left, because the right back's no on the pitches now. And it's just a bad goal to lose. Regardless of all that, I still blame the keeper. Regardless of the fact that the refs made an old hunt of it by no booking the boy, by shipping our boy out of the wrong side of the pitch, by no allowing him back onto the park. That still could have happened, and the keeper's got to deal with that cross better. Yeah. He's got to.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's everything for keeper and centre half should be it, because when the ball goes in the air, centre halves just seem to depart as well. It's like, I think because of where it is, I think Abdi's just got to go. Okay, I'm getting on that regardless.
I'm
taking
assume,
names.
so I think Yovo gets a foot on the cross, so it does deflect. And spin up.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming as a defender, like even if you're thinking this should be the keeper's bar, whether he catches it or tips it over the bar or punches it clear, this should be the keeper's bar. But if you're of that mindset, then surely the next thing that you've got to do is like, I'll make sure that the keeper gets it without getting impeded by the forward. But as you say, they just kind of go onto their heels rather than their toes. Kucherenko, he makes an arse of it. Like, there's no other way around it. He makes an absolute arse of it.
There's
gifts the goal.
Absolutely no other way about it.
No.
Again, because it was the opposite end for me, I couldn't really. It was anything was going on, and this will be this for 90 minutes will be my story because how far away it was. Because how the incidents tend to be, dude, I got a great view of the handball, which we'll get to.
Yeah,
but like the whole time, it was like, right, is a defender at that? Is a keeper there? Is he no there? Because it just couldn't. It was when I seen it back, I couldn't believe, like, I phrase this, how close it was. This will sound daft. How close it was to his goal line. That must have been because of the deflection, and then it was chaos. Like, say, when he gets the first punch or whatever on it, I just think the defender should still be there to do something, and we've got to defend the situation better. It's just not good enough. Interestingly, Jim Goodwin does share your view on it. Should have been a yellow card as well for the challenge on Stevenson.
At least,
yeah,
it's got to be.
Yeah,
but as I say, regardless of all that, when that cross comes over, when that cross is above our keeper, he needs to deal with that better. That's the second goal he's cost us.
It'll not be born.
No, but like when we said that at the start of the season, and it frustrates me now because we kind of joked about it when he was coming for crosses and whatever, and we thought, this keeper might cost us a few goals. But as you say, it should be exciting because he looks like he's a bit of a character.
Yep.
But he's punched the bar into his net essentially twice now.
Yeah,
that's inexcusable. Like, just tip it over the bar. It made me think of Barraghetti yesterday. I'm not going to lie. With that Motherwell goal that they scored up the far end.
What about him this week?
I thought we were just going to skip
Fucking hell.
I thought we'd done the week that was.
Honestly, what an arsehole.
The thing is, if he was getting grief in supermarkets and out in public, then that's unacceptable. But he was quite happy to sit here for a year. If he was getting grief, he was quite happy to sit here for that whole year in that position.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, shouldn't have happened if it did happen. But then you could have left. Like, we were trying to get rid of you. You could have went home. A number of things could have happened. But anyway.
We'll move on.
Yeah. The St Mirren goal yesterday, it put me in mind of his attempt at trying to save the bar for Motherwell a few years ago.
When he fell backwards.
When he pushes it up at the shed end, he pushes it up and it goes in. Kucherenko's got to be far, far better. That was terrible yesterday.
Yeah. It wasn't great. And it wasn't, for then on, it wasn't great.
No.
It wasn't great. And
they had good chances.
It was like, here we are again, another first half that's just, we've not been really great. And then, what's their goalie then?
Yeah. He's had a nightmare. But I think even before that, there's a couple of crosses that have come into our box and we've not won the header and they've just put it past the post and whatever. And then, as you say, a wee bit of...
The boy that scores has the header.
Yeah.
With his 50p head puts it. He must put it on Martin's lap.
He should score again.
Yeah.
It's, that's another frustration for me, certainly, of our defence. Like, we've got three giants at the back, Rondo. And it's not like they never win a header, but they're losing an awful lot of headers that they should be comfortable winning. A couple of seasons ago, when we had Holt and Gallagher, there was a period of time where we were maybe moaning about the fact that we were allowing so many crosses to come into our box. But at least these boys were winning the majority of the balls that were coming into the box. But we're now 11 crosses into the box and we're not winning the majority of headers. So that's got to improve. But yeah, to go back to our equaliser, obviously it's you can speak about it far better than me. I've since seen it back on the TV, but at the time I was shouting for it. Of course I was, because the whole stand was shouting for it. The linesman was flagging, and Moller, and I think it was Sapsford as well. They were saying, "Come on here, this boy's about 8 yards outside his box."
Yeah. I mean, he was 8 centimeters maybe. But at the time, I mean, so I'm slightly behind it in the box, and
you had the sun in your eyes, like the linesman.
So there's these like blind things. They're no blinds. They're like a UV thing. I mean, I'm not doing a very good
No.
explaining this.
Are the windies black tinted, maybe?
It's kind of like a tint, and that's the sun. So it's not so bad. But because it was a low level sun, it was a bit awkward yesterday. I was screaming for the penalty. Like, I'm not joking. Like, there was serious conversations going on, right? Well, maybe I was screaming for a penalty weekends, but there was serious conversations going on in the security box, and I was screaming, had my hands up, and I was like, surely he's in the ball, handball, whatever. You're an arsehole, whatever. I was saying that many things, and he obviously seems to wait, and then then I just saw the line of flag going up. It was
the linesman that gave it,
and I was behind it and thought it was out the box.
Yeah. Have you seen it back?
And I still think it's handball.
So do I. Have you listened to their manager?
Oh, dinner. We'll get to him twice a day. So
mental.
He gets booked. His assistant gets booked as well.
Yeah.
He then says, right, I don't know if you've heard this. His comment is genius, right? He says, the linesman gives the decision 30 yards away. He's no 30 yards away, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just no 30 yards away. He says, it's no handball for where I was. He's about 70 yards away.
But he's probably 70 yards away looking at an iPad.
I'm like, nah, didn't geeze it.
I thought, it was closer than I joked 8 yards. It was closer. But I did think that I thought he handled it outside the box.
Agree.
And then at that point, me and the old man are once again demanding a red card because we were, like hand on heart, I'm not really sure what the fucking situation is with that rule. But I thought if Muller had just say it was a one-on-one, Muller goes through, puts the ball past the keeper, was outside the box, and he handles it. That would have been a red card. Yeah. So I wasn't sure if coming out and picking the ball up was a red card. So clearly it wasn't.
So what tends to happen, I'm letting people in the inner sanctum here of what happens after a game, right? Mm-hmm. Between like myself and the lads for DUTV and that. So You've
knocked your picture off behind you, laddie. What's going on here?
What have I done?
You've made it a screen.
That was when I was fan backwards.
Jeez, you were mimicking Curtis Main there. He's dropped and looking for fouls.
Again, what I was doing. So usually what will happen is after a game, we'll kind of just leave together and we go out through the. Can't mind where the old shop used to be in the Jerry Kerr. We go down the stairs and out, right? So we always tend to meet up. But bizarrely, we all go together for a pish.
Of course.
Right?
Been holding it in again.
And that's when we discuss things. And I said to them, but okay, spell in the security box, you've got your own toilet there, Ken. So I was like, well, I didn't. I'll just stand and stare at you while you're doing this. But I did say to them, is that not a red card? Because when I'm up in the normal bit, because you've got VAR and that there, and Graham does the VAR as like a referee, so it's great. So he must be loving it just now that I'm there asking a million questions. So I said to them, I says, is that a red card? And Ken, he's got his multitasking. He's pushing, looking at me, winking at Dave, and then telling us, he's like, no, and then I think Dave then turns around,
like a George Michael video you're describing here.
They clays on it, man. It was crazy. But and then they said no because I don't know. I'm not pinning on what said that, but I'm sure it was because it wasn't like in you're saying that situation of no our players directly involved. Yeah. It's no like a red card or anything. It is deliberate handball though, because he
purposely
picked it up. But again, you don't want to see players getting sent off, but I'd love a keeper to get sent off. Just for the bants.
I'm looking for opposition players to be sent off every week, Rondo. I can't be you.
But it was just into them that I suppose I didn't even get. No, I did see the yellow card happening. You're thinking, right, okay. And at the same time going, wouldn't mind a penalty game, a free kick, what can we do with it? And then it's that. The wall sets up. Goggett's legs behind the wall.
Looking at the bar.
And I'm like, right, okay. And then quietly to myself, I went, well, fairly top bin. That's what's happening here.
Didn't think Zach?
He's like, no, I didn't. And then you obviously take it, and Down Under comes on, celebrations. And in the midst of it, right, I'm watching the video just to make sure like there's no VAR or anything. To myself, I'm going, how's he scored that? Yeah. Surely that's goalie's side.
Yeah.
And it was only when I seen it.
We've got a what as well, do we?
What?
Plus, does the end of their wall no come in?
But the goalie just collapsed his knees.
I know.
Yeah.
If that's us conceding that goal, you're raging.
But it's a good free kick. Like, I think it's because it's clever, and we're probably thinking Will Ferry's probably hitting it.
Yeah.
So again, if it's come down to something they've done on the training pitch, the hard yards, then fair play, it's come off, because I can never remember us being renowned for being scoring for direct free kicks, but that was class. And
anytime a team lays a player down behind the wall, I root for the bat to go in the net. Like, that pisses me. That's just ridiculous.
Orange bus.
Yeah, of course. Fair play to Goggins, show, because most of them lay down, faced the goalie. He was kind of facing the bat. I thought, he's crazy.
Well, yes.
He's nuts. I would have aimed it straight for that bald head.
We'll get to him. But it was, it was all right. It was all right. Constranging, but it was chaos. Obviously, he was dishing out bookings to Robinson and Brian Kerr, and like, Robinson got sent off last week. So I don't care how if he'd put in
appealed it or something?
maybe no idea, cutting about in his white trainers or so. But 1-1, definitely against the run of play.
Yeah,
definitely against the run of play. But it was it was a goal that came at a good time right before half time.
Yeah,
no sure it totally changes the team talk. But we get in, and then that's the Kucherenko was a really good save just towards the end.
He did it, near post, yeah.
Nilandulu, who scored the goal, caused a bit of chaos with his 50p head.
Yeah.
The header then that, and he was danger. He's a danger. Because I was surprised the boy Mandron was on the bench, because he is a handful.
Yeah. Well, he has been to us in the past, certainly, yeah.
So that was it, and then it obviously goes to half time at 1-1. And well, obviously there was 4 minutes injury time, which I thought was a bit light.
For Luca, yeah, because it seemed, and then 2 goals as well. Yeah, Luca must have been doing for about 3 on his end, I would think.
2 goals and whatever else. But half time 1-1.
I was taking it. I was more than happy. Although, as I say,
I find the message I sent yesterday.
We were debating whether or no it was a foul or a yellow card or a red card for O'Hara when at the Stevenson incident. But in general, to get in at half-time 1-1 when we hadn't played very well at all, I was relatively happy.
The message I sent, well, we're level. And I got back, that's all you can fucking say about it.
Was that the Jim Goodwin you sent that?
No, he did not fuck to us. So it probably was a bit of that. But it gave a bit of going in after, what's that, the 4th game in a row we've went behind? To concede first. But we came back right before half time. Good time to score. Yeah. But it probably gave a bit of a lift right before the end of the half, going in at half time. What was Martin saying?
What
was your man saying?
The general agreement.
What was Aidan saying?
We weren't playing well. Eunice was there as well. Like, we weren't playing well, but the hope was that we were going to get better in the second half.
Yeah.
And there was nobody that was upset. It was only 1-1. Nobody was telling us, we should be 2 or 3-1 up here, because that wasn't the situation at all. Like, we had played relatively poorly. St Mirren were the better team without looking overly dangerous. Like, when you get to the stats at the end of the game, there wasn't that many shots they had on target. But like we've mentioned, the boy's header that he should do better, potentially should score. The save, the Kucherenko. But once again, like even though we hadn't played well, the goal that we concede was a gift, which is frustrating. So at half time, you're like, right, okay, like we haven't been great. We've scored the goal ourselves, but again, we have gifted the opposition a goal, and a goal that was started. So you put yourself, you snooker yourself before you've got going.
Yeah. Did you expect changes?
No, I didn't, because we had equalised. I think if we had maybe went in 1-0 down, there might have been, but no, I wasn't expecting any changes at half time.
Yeah. We had obviously matched up St Mirren, 3-5-2, 5-3-2, call it what you will. Aside for the getting up a lot of the chances, how did you feel we were getting on in that sort of midfield battle?
Well, there was a bit of a battle, which we all knew it was going to be. We were doing all right to a point, but we weren't. Like I'm saying, St Mirren didn't look overly dangerous. I didn't think we looked dangerous at all, really. There was a couple of moments. I think Muller's hit the bar, but he was offside in that moment in the first half.
Oh, is that when he absolutely smashes it?
And I went over the shed. Yeah. That's how hard he hit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just weren't. It wasn't for a lack of trying, but again, and it was
Final
unsurprising.
bars weren't great.
Final bar wasn't
Simple
great.
passes weren't great at times.
And St Mirren were making everything really difficult for them. They were closing Madoon all over the park, which is when United do that. When United did that against Aberdeen a few weeks back, I absolutely loved it. Like, I wish that we would do that all the time because it's so difficult to play against, as we know from experience of having to come up against them.
Obviously, going into the second half, I mean, Sybil sends through the running man, who just runs through, has an effort,
Saved.
I thought it was saved. The hell, majority of the ground thought it was saved.
Abdi Kent, it was saved.
Or the referee.
No, the ref. No.
Because it was the ref who gave it. I can't mind. But anyway, it was a goal kick. It was never a goal kick.
No.
But that was a slightly encouraging start to
It
the
was,
half.
yeah. But Kamara was full of energy again, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And in the first half, like Sybil definitely, he over the piece he had it, he did have a good game. Like I'm not saying he didn't, but in the first half, you weren't really sure where he was playing. Like I think he was just behind the front two, but I don't care. It wasn't really.
I thought Vichko was very in and out as well yesterday.
I thought he was poor for a large portion of the game. Yeah, very just slack passing and whatever.
Again, we've said this. A man who's played a lot of football. Have you ever really been rested? I do that in inverted commas. If this works, people could see us doing that. But I do think that. I think he's played a lot, and sometimes you just need to go right. Ken, what?
Potentially,
you know.
But then the season's been so stop-start that looking at it as a daft fan, like I'm thinking, you can't be tired. Like you've had like 3 or 4 games and then a break, and then 3 or 4 games and then a break. Now I get that the start of the season was relatively intense, but that was months ago now, and that was in the past.
Yeah.
So, no excuse for fitness and whatever, I don't think. No, for somebody like Vichko. But maybe, as you say, maybe he's just like mentally fatigued or so. I don't know, but he wasn't great yesterday.
Yeah. Couple other chances. I thought Big Bert was beat too easy in the air. The boy Phillips got ahead of him, but again, over the bar. Yeah. No threatening the goal as such.
I'll tell you what, if we rewind to the very end of the first half, Vichko at the back post for a corner again.
Oh, side
right in front of you.
Yeah.
How do we keep managing to pull that move off? And he keeps managing to miss.
We're the weirdest man.
Could we maybe swap Vichko out for somebody else? Somebody that's going to hit the target?
You were wanting to stop Will Ferry marking Giants. What's going on?
Of course, because that's not a smart way of doing things.
Yeah, that was a chance. Yeah, that was a chance. And then Moller had a good chance and sliced it wide.
Yeah.
I think
he aimed it at me, the prick. Wait till I see him. Yeah.
I thought he was aiming at his sponsor, but he knew he's got a fucking nabaz.
Exactly. You should just gain him in back. There you go.
This is the says of yours right now. Bang! But he made that much of it.
Moller was excellent though. I thought there's so much to his game that is.
He's not just a big man, and that's what I like about it. I mean, that Chris doing last week.
He's in touch. He brings people in.
I like him.
Don't care if he's going to be a goal scorer, but
didn't I say that? Why the boy last season had done that?
No, but like he's better in my opinion. He's better.
I think you'll be alright.
Yeah, maybe just needs one to get going.
Didn't I say that?
But then let's be honest. He's not had a run of games really.
No.
So when he's came on in general, he's made an impact.
I had him doing for a complete 90 minutes yesterday.
Well, I think you could get away with that because if you check when the sub was made, it probably was around about 90 minutes. Even though you didn't recognise him. But then in defence, you Rondo, like it was right after the goal. You were announcing man of the match.
Goals, man of the match.
The crowds. There was a lot going on.
And then the Stunton's coming from Moller. Has he?
When?
Oh,
could you tell him back off?
There he is. Look at him, smile on his face. Got his PlayStation back. But so Muller had a good chance. Obviously, there was changes made. Trapanovsky, Namo, Fatah came on. Stevenson going off concussion, so we got the extra sub, which again is why I never seen him coming on. So I wasn't expecting a sub. Would use how many would use or whatever.
And fair play to Stevenson. Like he's on it. Not that it should matter, but he's only a lone player.
Yeah.
But he gives you everything. He gives you everything. Loves a game of football. Plays for the badge every single week. He'll give you his all.
Yeah.
Once again, like hats off to him.
So, take us from your point of view, watching the game as the crowded penalty or the bar goes in. What was your take at the time for the
penalty?
Then the penalty. Yeah.
So Fatah gets the bar. and you're just wanting him to tap the man on, which he does, skins him, because maybe in the 10 minutes before that, there was a couple of occasions where Trapanovsky got the ball on the other side, and he didn't really do nothing with it. Like, he would run it out the park, or he would get tackled, or just run out of ideas. So when Amar got the ball, like, he can be very tricky, and you were thinking, right, just get in the box first and foremost, and then the boy's got a decision to make. Can he tackle you or foul you? So he does his job perfectly. He cuts it back, and and I hate to be honest, Rondo, I'm kind of shouting, "Sake Muller, get up! There's nothing wrong with you," because it just looked like it had been cleared, and then he went down hudding his shin. But I was like, I didn't see nothing in the moment at all.
Play on, your shout.
Well, I wasn't shouting play on, but I was encouraging him to get off the ground in my best Scottish language. And then, obviously, he stays down for a wee while, probably smartly these days, because players to stay down, it gives people time to check videos, and then he picks himself up when it looks like nothing's happening, and then he runs over to the ref, and then lays down again. And I was like, what are you doing? You're going to get booked here. And I think all the while that was happening, I think Bert was at the ref saying, and you need to be checking that. Yeah. And then when it goes to VAR, I was like, I missed that, whatever it was. And people behind me are like, somebody got pulled back. I was like, I missed that. And then, like, if somebody got pulled back, I've missed that.
There's going to be a lot of wee bits to pick out of
I
this.
had the specs off looking at them thinking, what's going on? How have I missed that in here?
Yeah, there's going to be a few things to get to, right? So it's obviously the opposite end for me.
Yeah.
Clearly, I could tell something's happened.
Yeah.
But I can't really tell what's happened, if it's a foul, if it's a penalty, or we fouled somebody. But I can something's happened, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a couple of hands in the air and whatever, and you're thinking. And then I can't mind, does the ball go out for a throw or a goal kick? It must go out, right?
It gets cleared up to the halfway line, and then they win the foul. And that's how the game stops.
And then we're sort of waiting, and you could see it just, he's got the finger at the ear, and you're thinking, oh, aye. And then it comes across on the rail, VAR check, or whatever, and you're thinking, there's obviously something there. So you have to say it, and people go, I can't cheer, because you're thinking it. And I think as away fans, you're probably looking the opposite and going, well, fuck all I worry about you. Like,
I was like that.
So all that was kind of happening. He got, and as soon as he goes to the monitor, you do think, well, they've obviously just seen enough to see it. And again, you're trying to think, well, can I see anything? I was trying to see if the UTV and that was on, but just nothing was working, so I couldn't really see what was going on. And before we get to the actual penalty, right, I'll just tell you some of the notes I've got written down. I've got Gogic on Muller, penalty given, red card shown, Michael Stewart furious.
In that order, I think,
yeah. So we might jump about here, because I need to bring him into it.
Yeah, of course.
Did you hear him?
I did.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And at the time I heard him, I hadn't seen it back. But what I will say is, when he was adamant, it's never a penalty.
He was apoplectic.
Was it nae force?
Nae force.
Nae force. It was
just
never a
his
penalty.
foot just landed on him.
Yeah, his foot lands on his shin. And the other ends in the studio, you're Tom English and Kenny McIntyre or whatever, they were like, but that's a penalty.
Aye.
Like, when people's feet land on other people's shins, that's usually a foul.
It's a penalty.
And then I've seen it back, and it's a terrible. It's not even a tackle, but it's so clumsy, it's so reckless, it's terrible. Like, when everything looks worse when you pause it, but when you pause that, it looks like a leg breaker at one point. And how Beaton's no seen it, because he's in a great position.
So that's the view for
was there.
Well, I don't know what to say. So as on that view for the top of the Eddie Thompson is
clear.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, it's potential leg breaking stuff because of how his leg is and how it lands on it. Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying he's totally stamped on it. I'm not even saying he means it, but it's
doesn't matter.
It's just like, say, it's just reckless, it's careless.
Yeah.
It's lazy as well, because it looks, at first, if you just look at it doesn't look like anything, but you're like, you can't do that in the penalty box.
No,
that's just daft. But you're right, Beaton's right behind it, stuff like that. But for everything that happens, and when it gets in the car, and I literally just got in the car, and the words were, she said, it's never a penalty. I knew right away, I was like, I bet they're speaking about United.
Yeah.
And then obviously, there's no force, there's this. And I literally, I couldn't actually even move I just sat listening going, am I hearing this?
Yeah.
So I then says to Dave.
But he was biling about it, eh?
Right, and I says to Dave,
mortally offended.
I says, get BBC Scotland on. I says, this is pantomime stuff. And for there to drive him 50 minutes or whatever, the two of them, I mean, I can't stand the two of them together, right? Because they just get burns. But he says to him, do you agree it's reckless and whatever? And Tom Inglis is going, I agree it's a penalty. But like, you're not agreeing with us. He says, no, but I agree with the referee, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
But it's no, look, it's a fucking penalty. Like
100%.
Like, I'm not
100%.
red card, I didn't ken. But the penalty and a yellow card, I wouldn't have been fussed with it. Because the penalty ultimately, but holy shit, like, how could you say it's no a penalty?
I know.
It's wild. It's a wild accusation, like.
Yeah, it really is, because, like, but at the end of the day, it's only his opinion. It doesn't matter.
I also hope the boy that writes the report for the United website done it after hearing Michael Stewart. Do you want me to read it to you? It's fucking brilliant, that. In a crowded penalty area, Muller appeared to be impeded, though play initially continued. However, referee John Beaton was advised to check the monitor. We had a quick review, saw a penalty awarded and a straight red card shown to Alex Gogic for a horror tackle on our number 77. Here's the best bit. The correct outcome that anyone who knows anything about football could see.
He definitely listened to the radio.
I hope so.
Definitely.
But like, it's a nonsense, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. But again, it's an opinion, isn't it? And it's there's some opinions when you hear them, you're like, okay, I can maybe see that. Like,
Clickbait.
I'll concede that. Like, you could see it that way, I see it this way. I understand that. But when somebody's put their straight leg studs on another man's shin, and the boy's shin that's been stood on is stretching his leg out, like that to me is a potential leg breaker.
I never seen like Muller going down again. I'll need to see that. Like,
I mean, it's a penalty. It's a definite penalty. Like, there's no doubt about it. But if we get to the penalty,
yes.
So around us, Sapsford had went off by this point. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Because we were thinking, well, it's going to attack it. And then I think Will Ferry
and Kerristes, they're protecting the penalty spot, aren't they?
Well, so the first thing that happened after Beaton came on and pointed done his wee TV symbol and gave us charades and then pointed to the spot, what's the midfielder that we think is a good player? Phillips.
Yeah,
Phillips.
Do you like him?
He goes and scuffs the spot. Nobody probably seen it because he done it instantly. He must have been waiting on it. So he went and scuffed the spot. And then we were like, I wonder what's going to attack him. When they eventually handed the bat to Fatah, I don't know if you heard it, but the gasp and the Eddie Thompson, it was like, oh no.
I can't hear I can't hear nothing.
But it was the hail stand kind of went, oh, Christ. I was thinking, fair play to the boy, like, set of plums on this boy.
Well, his manager told me.
Bigger than Mackers anyway, that is for sure.
His manager told him.
I know, and it came out after the game that Goodwin, and fair play to him. Fair play to him. And he put it away absolutely perfectly. Like, sent the keeper the wrong way, bottom corner. He earned that moment in front of the crowd. He really did. And I think Kamara quite enjoyed it as well, because he went running up the length of the Dode Fox. I think he was just wanting to move to you or something.
Kamara celebrates more than goal scorers.
Oh, he does.
I absolutely love it.
I think he's doing it to get his running stats up, though, do you know? He's
like that. Lads, he's doing like 1 million steps a day. Okay, what are you doing? No, it was a brilliant
it really was.
A brilliant finish for that.
Yeah.
And I think no disbelief, maybe the wrong word, but how are we 2-1 up right now?
Yeah.
Because we've been better in the second half.
Yeah, but we probably didn't deserve to be in the lead.
Well, out of that, up to that point, can you tell me a save we've really forced the keeper at mark? Nah.
No. We had, as you say, we were a wee bit better second half, but it did, like, you take it, of course you do. Like, it's just, I think it was the other week we were slating Scotland, saying, I can't believe that we played that badly, and you still horsed the grease. Like, I didn't think we were as bad as Scotland were.
The grease.
I didn't think we were as bad as Scotland were the other week, but it did. You were thinking to yourself, we're quite fortunate to be in the lead in this game. But you take it, don't you? That's football. You've just
took the French Crown Jewels were fucking 3 points.
You've just got to take your chances. And then
Craig Sybil things
got even better. It got even better.
What's this comfy? Is it because his contract's up or what?
No idea, but well, just give him a week-to-week contract when this thing runs out. Then
Kiss that post.
it's just brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant, because it's him that wins the ball back initially for the poor touch for the St Mirren boy. I think he lays it off to Kamara. Kamara gives it to Moller, and for the second week on the bounce, Moller plays in Sibbald. And once again, like it's not like it's an easy chance for him. Like, he's got to take a touch, cut it back inside, and he curls it beautifully.
You're saying you're saying that like a bit more. Like, there's 2 assists in 2 weeks in a week on 2 games. You know, so shows that it's a great finish. I mean, for anybody that gets anything about football, but if anybody looks and goes, "Fuck, it must have battered them the day." And then you look at like
that didn't happen.
Like, and to me, I mean, Robinson a wee bit. He obviously comes out and says, "Ken, you've had 25 shots and 3 on target. That's on us, getting that, because it's not good enough."
Yeah.
Did you hear what apparently Beaton said? The foul's in the worst things he's seen. For one of the worst tackles he's ever seen, apparently. So Beaton tells some of the St Mirren players.
He's full of shite.
That's got to be shite.
I mean, it wasn't a great tackle, but we've seen worse.
Right off.
We've seen worse.
I heard Craig Gordon's leg break when he smashed Stephen Fletcher.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, it was bad and it was reckless, and it could have potentially caused a really bad injury. Like, it didn't, but it was definitely meriting a penalty because of what happened. And you could argue about the red card. That's on whatever the law of the game is in that respect. Me personally, I think that you're getting punished twice. But look, when we were at Easter Road, Beachco got punished twice. Yep. Gave the penalty away, and he got sent off, and it wasn't even a penalty, probably, you could argue. So, yeah, this happened last season as well against St Mirren. They went away for Tannadice feeling aggrieved around about this time of year on the back of some VAR decisions, and we never got anything else after that. So I'm hoping that we didn't make a big fuss of this. I'm hoping that nobody else makes a big fuss of this. Even though the decisions last year were, I thought, correct, apart from Jack Walton absolutely maltying Olasanya, kicking him out of the Dode Fog stand into Sandeman Street and then back into the ground. That probably was a red card. Yep. But the 2 decisions last season, no issue with them at all.
Yeah.
What I did like about, and this is a first, Rondo. Okay, this is a first for this podcast. I'm going to give John Beaton a wee bit of praise. See, late in the second half, my mate Marcus Fraser, he's trying to play the ball out his own box, and he's trying to bear the foul, and he just throws himself. And the ref blows the whistle, and you're like, I can't believe this arsehole's bought that again. No. United's getting the foul here. I thought, fair play, but that should happen a lot more than it does, because that's about the first time I can ever remember seeing that.
Your mate?
My mate. He was my mate in that moment.
Yeah. As it stands right now then, Hearts have now got an 8-point lead, 25 points, Celtic in second on 17, United in third on 13, Falkirk are fourth on 12.
We're on Celtic's tail.
Hibs and Motherwell on 11, Kilmarnock 10, Rangers, St Mirren, Dundee on 9, Aberdeen on 7, Livy on 6. That must mean the day. Aberdeen, Hibs at 2:30, and Rangers, Kilmarnock at 3:00.
Aberdeen are in good form though, eh?
Well, I mean, they were back, weren't they? Jimmy was at the wheel again last week, and then, well, enjoyed that during the week.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It was excellent. It was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking up, yeah.
Yep.
Souls.
But we could David and Denver a favour today. Maybe even sneak a point.
Yeah, a point at best, yeah. But again, when you look at that, and we were saying, I think it was before we hit record the day, because we had to get him on, and you're like, there's just no much between the table.
No.
I mean, at one point yesterday, I believe they were waxing on Sports Sound that Dundee were currently third in the table, and have somehow ended up 10th.
Have you seen the penalty they didn't get in the Dundee game?
Boy Devs.
Boy doesn't Dev.
He does.
No, he doesn't Dev. Come on, you're right. And not only does he know Dev, he definitely gets caught, and then he gets booked for his troubles. And then it goes to VAR, and they're like, no, that's right. Unbelievable. It's mentally, and again, it's them, and I'm laughing up my sleeve about it, but it's just, it shows how bad the officiating is. Like, they just doubled down.
It's not even that good.
They just doubled down. But the fact that the league's so tight, Rondo, that's why it's frustrating when we're geeing away shit goals.
Yes. Yeah.
Like yesterday, we made it hard for ourselves. I mean, we didn't play great yesterday, but ultimately the resilience was there. We've got the result that we all wanted, and we've scored another 3 goals. I think we've scored quite a few goals this season, but we can't. This league's so tight this year. You can't be giving shitey goals away. It's just going to hinder your progress.
Played 9, won 3, drawn 4, lost 2, 17 for, 14 against.
17 goals. That's tremendous so far, I would say.
Second top scorers in the league.
Yeah, behind Jambos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah, but we're also about the 4th
worst defensive.
Yeah.
Cavalier.
Yeah. Given the thoughts at half time yesterday, it quite clearly shows why Jim Goodwin is the manager and not us, because substitutions again had an effect on the game yesterday, apart from the boy getting his PlayStation back and getting on the park for a minute to confuse us.
Yeah.
But
I thought Fata definitely made a difference. Trapanovsky was all right when he came on. It maybe didn't come off for him, but he was willing.
Was it no against the boy Fraser? Was it no against him?
Yeah.
And that happened.
Yeah.
But I think...
the subs definitely made a difference.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ivan Dolchik left on the bench.
And he can't hear any complaints, I don't think.
Agree.
But again, it's horses for courses. There will be games where we will be crying out for Ivan Dolchik.
Yeah, and at the same time, when you've got Sapsford, I mean, it's just a great... Good football player. Right?
Every week you're almost guaranteed a 7 or an 8 out of 10.
You can play anywhere across that front 3, quite comfy.
Yeah. So underrated.
It scored different goals, free kicks, close range, and annoys defenders by going in left, right, centre.
Yeah.
And it was interesting yesterday because of the formation, how they played, and obviously a slight change to the shape, because let me try and work this out. When Stevenson went off, did Trapanovsky no come on for him? Because Vichko ended up right back for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Which again was
before Namo then came on.
Cavalier.
Yeah.
Brave. But again, it shows, again, we can go back to, how do we not start the game like that? I get that. But it just showed in the game, and you need things to go for you. Like, we knew VAR, we didn't get the penalty yesterday, remember? But that Craig Sybil's on the park. What happened?
Exactly.
But it was good to see that, and you've got, like, obviously, Fata itching to be involved, and again was involved from the start. Like I say, was involved in creating the penalty. Tartanovsky's obviously really keen now to be back in, and again that the team's getting stronger and stronger. Ryan Strain was out yesterday, got a slight injury.
Okay. I didn't think he'd be dropped. That was strange that he was not on the bench.
Young B
must have took his place.
Yeah. So and again, you've only got Graham and Watters to come back now.
Yeah. Graham, see the video after the game?
No, I've not seen it.
His hair's quite long now.
Is it?
Yeah. And again,
I've been eating a hot dog down and just shave his head.
What are you going on about his hair? Because we're jealous. Like that's
we are jealous.
That's how I'm going on about his hair. It looks.
So he's getting held down with a shaver, clippers.
It's getting long. That's what we'll say. Right. Just wait till you see it on the picture.
Do we need a Dudley Boys 3D on through a chair?
Maybe. My hair just cut a bit Tannadice with a table later and I'm showing up. And that'll be the end of him.
Maybe if we got St Andrews, we've got more chance.
Probably. We'll hang about the physio.
I've never seen that. All right. Well, he needs to fucking sort that out. Again, maybe he's ground it until he plays again.
I hope so, because I'm not sure that he's going to get his tap over his head when he's back in the team.
He's not getting Alice banned. His dad's going to wrap his purse.
He'll wrap his purse, stop his pocket money and double his board. He's had it.
Okay, right. Ultimately, it's a 3-1 win.
Yeah, magnificent.
Yeah, against a team that can own the other season, but are frustrating. They're a big, powerful team, but again, if they're not going to put shots on target, and even though they go 1 up, we do come back. I get that, but ultimately, a 3-1 win at home, because our home form's been
ropey.
Massive win, massive 3 points.
Of course it is. Yeah, any United fan, I think, would have taken that result before the game. Performance-wise, wasn't great, but like it shows that there's a character within the group that they dug in, even when they weren't playing great, and ultimately we took our chances.
Man of the match.
It's a hard thing. Like I thought at the game, and I've not watched the whole game back, but I thought Tannadice was pretty damn good at the back. So I'm going to give it to him, which kind of might be a bit harsh on boys like Sybil.
See, our sponsors gave it to
Amar. Yeah.
That was too.
He had an impact. He was good, and he was good in a performance that wasn't great for us. But I thought Tannadice, apart from, I think it was one pass that he made an arse, so I think in general he was relatively solid.
Yeah, I like what I see for him.
he's, I ken that we blew smoke up Bert's at the start of the season saying that he was like a regen
It's Mr. Dependable, is Bert.
Ronald Koeman, but I think Kerstens.
I think you said that.
I might have said that. I think Kerstens has been class. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, absolutely. Good, bad, and ugly. Then, how are you feeling that?
Well, the good Rondo is once again the team showing an excellent resiliency to grind out a result that looked improbable for a large part of Saturday afternoon. The bad, our defending, particularly from cross balls, has to improve. The fact that we allow so many crosses to come into our box isn't ideal. Add to that, though, we have 3 physically imposing giant defenders in our back line, yet still we allow far too many headers from the opposition, and that simply has to get better. And the ugly, before leaving the house to go to Tannadice yesterday, I looked at my window and thought, what a bra-looking day. Perfect for a game of football. Little did I ken, I was about to be sitting outside in minus 28 degrees for hour and 90 minutes. Shambolically cold, Rondo. And it was ugly stuff.
It was absolutely freezing. Wednesday night, it's a trip to Fir Park to face Motherwell. They got a winner in the 93rd minute with Elijah Just getting a goal after literally 3 minutes before getting ruled out for the same kind of pass for being offside due to VAR. They are getting the plaudits this season, and when they were getting them, they were sitting like in 10th place. They're up to 11th now. They've only got 2 wins, 5 draws, 2 defeats under a new manager, a new style of play. But it was interesting because he was on the radio as I was going home yesterday, and for all these new players they've got, it was boys like the boy Slattery got mentioned because, again, that core and player that have been there, because he's if I remember, he's the right player. He's a bit of an arsehole, but he's an awfully broad player in that midfield.
He is a good player, yeah, and as you say, they have been getting all the plaudits for all the apparent nice football that they've been playing. Now it hasn't converted itself into loads of wins, but I think on Wednesday there's every chance we're not going to have the majority of possession in this game. Mm-hmm. We're just going to hit a hunker down at times maybe and just get in their fists. I hope that we go with the attitude that St Mirren usually go into their games with and just don't make it easy for them, because they apparently look like they're pretty comfortable with the ball. Let's not allow them too much time and space to hit it. We're getting right in their face.
Yeah, and it's just looking at the lineup for yesterday, because I'm just trying to work out what the new players are. There's also got the boy Justin there. The fullback's getting a lot of praise as well. The left back, Longello.
He's on loan, is he?
I believe so. They've also got the boy Welsh for Celtic. That's what they've done with him today.
Snuffleupagus up front.
Stamatelopoulos.
Yes, Stamatelopoulos.
Liam Gordon, who was at St Johnstone, O'Donnell's in there as well. The boy Saeed looks tricky. Bringing Charles Cook's there as well. Mind he was at Ross County.
He was good at Ross County.
Lots of good players there.
Maswanisi hates a goal against us.
Yes, he does. But they beat Livingston 2-1 yesterday. But we obviously need to start games better.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you do need a hunker down, like you say, but we need to stop conceding that goal first and give ourselves a bit of an uphill struggle, because I'm not sure how long you can get away with that.
Yeah,
picking up points.
Yeah,
and I said just there, speaking to Dave after I just got the car. Away from him, I still go down with it. See if you can get a point away from him every game.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
take
a bad
it,
show.
but your home form does need to improve. We've obviously got that.
Because it then puts pressure on your away form if you're struggling at him. Yeah, because you need to get points somewhere.
Obviously we've not got a him game for quite a while now.
Yeah, a month or something.
Yeah, 22nd. Just as a come back for holiday and go right to Tannadice to face Falkirk.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult on Wednesday. It's going to be different for the game that we played against the Rangers. It's going to be different for the game that we played yesterday against St Mirren. And I wouldn't be surprised, I've not thought about it too much, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple of changes within the starting lineup again, just because
what are you thinking right now as we sit here on a Sunday afternoon?
I'm thinking that Vichko might be due a sit on the bench. And I'm wondering if Eskison will get put in, just for his kind of wee bit more high energy at times, just to go and close people down, just to not allow them to be too comfy and get too much time on the ball.
They're a 4-2-3-1 kind of team.
4-2-3-1. Well,
I thought you were counting them on your fingers.
No, absolutely not.
4-2-3-1 is what Jens Barthel Askew
Yeah.
seems to be playing.
I mean, if he's to change it back to like Sapsford, Fatah and Dolchik / Strapanovsky, that would be incredibly harsh on Moller, who was excellent yesterday, I thought. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he'll do going up front, but I wouldn't be surprised if Vichko maybe that's to sit on the bench for an Eskison or something.
Three in the middle of the park again. I think it worked better for us. I
think it works better as well, but that's the gaffer doesn't often agree. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, that's Wednesday night down Fir Park. Buy me a coffee this week then, Paul?
Buy me a coffee. So Tinners bought 2 coffees. Good shift, lads. The pod keeps me going on my Monday night runs. Lunatic. Need to get Cujo on as a guest so my big cuz Big G can sing the Danny Cujo song. He could sing it anytime. We've got it recorded. It's all good. Andrew Ross bought 3 coffees. Been meaning to do this for some time. 2 of the best, if not the best chaps around. A coffee each plus an extra one for Rondo for post Paul's various reports. What? I thought he was a mate. Bad games.
Good comment.
Breeder's Cool Dad, a.k.a. the Baku Arab, bought 3 coffees. Monday nights would not be the same in Azerbaijan without the podcast. My 2 lads, Scott and Adam, are big fans too, so have a coffee from each of us. Thank you very much. And Simbo bought 3 coffees. Always keep your weekly blether for my Tuesday morning walk into work. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Simbo. And thank you very much to everybody that's bought coffees over the weeks.
What's he got to work? To work?
It depends if he's listening to Sean Dillon and Archie Makeson or just us discussing nonsense.
It's a fair trek, but
That's a fair trek.
once again, thank you very much to everyone who has bought us coffee to support the pod. Hopefully, if it does work, if it doesn't, it's a waste of a minute here. But Wall of Kits. Paul, what we got?
Well, this week, Rondo, I've brought in our away kit from 2017-18.
Black.
It's black.
All black.
It's got the tangerine or kind of orangey sponsor on the front, McHugh and Fraser, with a white Nike swoosh.
That annoys me, that.
It does. Yeah, I can remember that annoying me at the time. But when I dug out my United Taps box, I thought that fucking swoosh.
It does. It's annoying.
As it should be tangerine as well. It really should.
Yeah. Get what else is annoying? And we'll go back to a nice top and thing. Like the tangerine orange on the McHugh and Fraser logo and on our badge are totally different.
Yeah.
That's somebody's colourblind.
Yep.
Then you've got the white swoosher on it. But amazingly, I'm still sitting here going, I quite like it.
Yeah, it's nice, but it could have been a wee bit better. Now, I could be brutally honest, but I'll ask you first. What player do you think when you see that strip?
What season was that again?
2017-18.
Patrick McCoy?
He'd have been there, yeah. I don't think of any player when I see that strip. I just didn't. Some instantly you're like, oh, like a Freddie van der Hoorn like you last week, or you see something else and you're like,
set you right on that,
or Shifty or whatever.
I set you right.
Or Walter Rojas even. But that, I've no memories of that strip at all, other than thinking it's quite nice. But it was the Nike swoosh was tangerine.
Yeah. This has just came to me here. We got a really nice offer of a kit to show off.
I've had a couple.
There's a couple of belters that have come through, but we will get to it.
Because I'll run it.
Yeah,
I'll run it.
And it's pretty cool to show them off.
Yeah.
You could just try and look at that.
No,
that's over it.
Good in.
What a dick.
Good in.
What a dick. But yeah, if you
good to see a penalty right in front of my papers yesterday. There's no chance I'm seeing your screen.
There is that, I suppose. But yeah, if you do have a kit, like say, we will make arrangements to get them and show them off, and you can tell us, what you thought or whatever. But some of them are good, and hopefully, like I say, it's there. Because if not, we'll speak about it again next week. Time for the Tannadice Test, then, Paul.
Let's go.
Any accusations this week? No,
I've not heard yet, so we'll see.
No, as in fair last week.
No, everyone
playing fair.
Be above board, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Player profile is round number 1. Born February 19th, 1964. 6'8" midfielder. Signed in 1986 for 140 grand by Jim McLean and went on to make 395 appearances, scoring 22 goals.
6'8" midfield.
5'8".
That's 6 foot. I was an
absolute giant in midfield.
Like, that completely threw me. So I need the stats again. When did he sign? What was his appearances and goals?
395 appearances, 22 goals, signed in 1986. 5'8" midfielder, born in 1964. Whose player profile is that? Signed in 1986. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here's another clue. Jim McLean signed him.
Oh, okay. The thing is, like, I should get this. But,
Oh, you should.
you should. So the names I've got Ian Redford in my head. I didn't think it's him. I didn't think he played that many games for us.
Correct to that assumption.
300. Have we spoke to him?
Maybe.
Wow. I've went absolutely blank.
Podcast pal.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well.
Doesn't have anything named after him in the old HQ. I'm tapping out in the first end.
I'm blank. As soon as you say it, I'll kick myself.
Jim McAnally.
Of course it is. It could only have been him or Bo. Jeez.
Yep.
Shite. Bad start.
Yep. Higher or lower? Sam Dalby scored 15 goals in his one season at Tannadice. Did Hamish French score higher or lower across his 5 seasons? Sam Dalby, 15 goals in his one season. Hamish French, higher or lower across his 5?
I'll say he scored more.
You stick a number on it?
16. I think he scored more.
He did score more.
Excellent.
17.
17. Christ. I remember him scoring goals as well, but he obviously never scored that many if he was there by a year. Smiler.
1 point.
I'll take it.
Team sheets back this week.
Oh, that was shite, that round.
Looking you to name 3 players missing for the following starting 11. You got a point for each. Would be Aberdeen 3-1 at Tannadice in November of 1999.
This is a nonsense round.
I think so. Alan Coombe, Bernard Pasquale, David Partridge, David Worrell, blank, Jim Patterson, Step Overkin, blank, Hugh Davidson, Jan Telesnikov, blank, Stephen McConaughey. November 1999. Aberdeen got beat 3-1. One of the guys who's a blank scored 2 that day.
Billy
Patterson got the Billy Dodds, correct. 1 point, got a double that day.
And then we sold him a month later.
Mm-hmm.
Another name missing there is Morris Malpass.
Nope, he's on the bench.
So midfielder.
It's a defender and a midfielder, you must.
Craig Easton.
Nope.
No idea.
Davy Hanna. Jason DeVos.
I would never have got that. That's an incredibly difficult thing, I guess. That's a 26-year-old game. If you were to ask me the starting lineup for Ibrox, Rondo, I would struggle.
Correct. Round number 4, also played for, in alphabetical order, not including all their teams.
Here we go.
Dunfermline Athletic, Leyton Orient, Livingston, Southend, Swindon, Torquay. Who's also played for those clubs. Dunfermline, Leyton Orient, Livingston, Southend, Swindon, Torquay. Two points so far a day. It's not been great for you.
No, it's no.
This to go 3 for 6.
No idea.
No?
No. For some reason, I can't get Craig Easton in my head now, but it's not him. No idea.
Craig Easton.
I said Craig Easton.
It's Craig Easton. She just committed. I like this. This is fun. This is great
I'm
fun.
not having fun right
This
now.
is great fun. Right, number 5. Who am I? I am a product of United's Forth Valley Academy. I made my senior debut a year after signing my first professional contract. I've also represented Scotland at under 21 level. My standout season for United was when I scored 15 goals. Those were the only goals I scored for United across 6 seasons. Who am I?
So you only scored goals in one season for United?
According to the Arab archive, because if you're going to attack Umbridge, that's where to go.
You're the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, is that what I'm hearing?
Aberdonian Paul Dixon tell me that.
Forth Valley came through.
Mm-hmm. It's going well this week.
No, it's difficult.
You're Halloween yet, and you're in a shocker.
It's
It's a
difficult.
horror show.
Well, you never said the year, did you?
Nope.
See, it's very difficult. I've no idea. I've got Paddy Conley in my head, but he's for the West Coast, so it'll not be him. I've no idea. Yeah.
Kai Fotheringham.
Guy Fotheringham. Yeah. I see it now. I see it clearly. Difficult. I'd like some feedback on the socials as to what actually gets these right, because it's very,
Most
very
people
difficult.
get at least 4.
I doubt that.
Can people say it's too easy?
People will have got Jim McInally, I'll concede that, but the other ends are real difficult.
Abdi got Craig Easton, and most people got Kai.
I have got Craig Easton and then changed my mind because I'm a dick.
Right, what's been happening in other elms of our
Well,
players?
I got pulled up last week for the loan report. Somebody said, you said Miller Thompson was at Airdrie because you went for him to Airdrie in this
Did
co-op
you?
agreement. I kind of do, but I didn't, because that person must have just been listening to the pod rather than watching it, because I am clearly reading it at this stage in my notes. And I think I went, Miller Thompson, they were a BC. And I didn't know what we're doing with this Airdrie co-op agreement. So that's how it came out my mouth. So
okay.
I was actually moving on. So Miller Thompson anyway at Ross County. Ross County would win 3-2 at home to Dunfermline yesterday, but for the second week on the bounce, Miller Thompson was not in the squad. The co-op agreement finally kicked into gear last Tuesday night as Scotty Constable was in the Airdrie starting lineup when Neil Lennon's Dunfermline were the visitors. And I can tell you all, it was not worth the wait. Airdrie lost this one 4-0 and Scott was replaced at half-time after picking up a booking and an injury. No luck. On to Saturday and it was back to normal for Airdrie as no United players were in their squad. Rory Adams at East Fife. Rory was at Tannadice yesterday, so clearly couldn't have played for East Fife. No idea why that was, but his loan side didn't appear to miss him as they won 3-0 away to Kelty. Charlie Dewar at Alloa. Another Saturday and another 90 minutes for Charlie. He would be in his usual spot in centre of defence for Alloa as they welcomed the league leader Stenhousemuir to their home patch. It was also another solid display from Charlie as he helped his side to another clean sheet despite his side playing the last half an hour with 10 men, and it ensured a share of the spoils as the match finished 0-0. Lewis O'Donnell at Cove Rangers. At last it would be a Saturday evening that Lewis could enjoy as his team finally got a win on Saturday, and it came at the expense of podcast pals Kieran Freeman and Sean Dillon as Cove travelled to Montrose and strolled to a 3-0 win. Lewis played the full match, had a stormer of a game, and even notched the third on the day. Happy days, Rondo. Lewis Haldane at Cowdenbeath. Lewis was thrown in at the last minute on Saturday to start his side's away match to Broxburn. He was called into action and had to make a few good saves in the match, but a poor overall performance from his side meant that he'd head back home on the back of a 3-0 defeat. The Academy lads. On Saturday morning, the under-15s were at Foundation Park where they battered Livingston 6-2. Lorenzo Sassetti scored 4 goals, Jack Johnson scored direct from a corner, and the other goal was scored by Josiah Agbekian. I do apologise if I have completely butchered your name there, buddy, as a famous scoreline was reached. The under-19s are scheduled to play the Jambos at the Oriam today as this podcast comes out. The women's team. Last week, the ladies were on their travels to Livingston in a game that they would have fancied themselves to win. And that is how it started. By half-time, United had raced into a comfortable 2-0 lead, courtesy of goals from Louise Mason and Callie Bowman. No relation to Davy, I don't think. Then a masterful half-time team talk led to Livingston getting a goal back in the 49th minute, and they were back in it. 73 minutes on the clock, and Katie Frew picked up her second booking of the day and was headed for the changing room. But still, the good guys were a goal to the good. Yeah, of course, when it comes to Dundee United, there's always a sting in the tail. With almost the last kick of the ball, Livingston would score an equaliser and take a share of the points. Yet another poor result for the team, and I am now revising my pre-season prediction, Rondo, of them coming back up with mid-table mediocrity for the year. It's all very disappointing.
Okay, thanks very much to Steve Ross who got in touch. Give us a wee roundup for the Walk in Football. He starts his email by saying, I'm getting into the podcast, being on YouTube, but I tend to listen to the audio first, then watch the interesting bits on YouTube, make sense of some stuff you pair talk about. If anybody's making sense of this nonsense, you've done well, Stevie. End of season update on what the DECSC 50s and 60s achieved. All 4 sessions of the 50s and 60s are now completed. The over 50s finished the campaign in 6th place. It's okay with a good second half of the season, saw us recover from a slow start. Bit disappointed as we started the season as league champions from the previous year. The league positions were all close. We narrowly missed out on that extra round of games in the Champions League. Over 60s mirrored the over 50s. A slow start to the season, recovered with great performances and results in the last 2 sessions. This was due to us missing out on a couple of key players due to injury and family commitments. So at the end of it, we were 6th, just 2 points off an over 60s Champions League space. On the whole, a fairly successful 2025, 2 cup quarterfinals, 2 cup semi-finals. All the players enjoyed it over the piece. A big thanks goes out to them. And we've had a few new folk come along for both joining the competitive squads and the social sessions. Looking forward to next year. They're moving to the over 65s East Region League as a few of the squad are not getting any younger, but are still open to some younger players coming through to the 50s. Regular sessions are run Tuesday 6 to 7 p.m. outdoors at the Astro indoor pitch at the Change Centre. That's the old Lynch Centre on South Road. Sunday 9:15 to 11 outdoors at the Quest Arena. That's at Wynn Park on the Arbroath Road. You can contact Stevie direct 07956 037 054. That's 07956 037 054. Or you can chuck us a DM and we will send you in Steve's direction. So Friday then, tickets went on sale of our newly announced live show after 2.5 years. We're heading back to the big stage on Friday, the 30th of January. We're heading to the Bonner Hall for an evening with Andy McLaren and Robbie Winters.
Yes, I can't wait. And I know that I speak for yourself as well. I'm very grateful to everybody that has so far bought tickets. We've shifted a fair few, which is great. There's still some left, so feel free when you get paid at the end of the week, like myself, to if you're still wanting to go and you've not got yourself a ticket yet, then definitely get online and get that sorted. But it's an event that I'm really looking forward to. I really can't wait. Obviously, we've never spoke to Winters. We said that last week, so that'll be good. And hopefully we can shackle him to get his input for a future episode too. But the actual night itself, it's something that we're really looking forward to.
Yeah, and obviously the big C word is coming. If you're looking for the ideal gift for that United fan and for the 90s, ideal. Couple of tickets for that end of January.
I've got us a nice, easy, relatively cheap big C word present.
Yep, tickets are on sale. ToadFoxPodcast.com. Head to the tickets tab there. £17 plus your usual fees for 3 hours of entertainment.
I'm glad you said it with a straight face.
Well, I mean, you're coming for the guests, you're not coming for us. That's the main thing. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone who has bought tickets Friday as it went chaos, and then over the weekend, but as a bit of a bigger venue this time. So still some tickets available. So like to go.
Yep.
roadfoxpodcast.com. On this day then, association with the Arab Archive, which I've just realised I've missed out the total bottom part of it, and I haven't written any birthdays down for the 27th of October. 1979, it was all about podcast pals. Paul, as United returned to scoring form against a Kilmarnock side which had no answer to the Tannadice tide of attacks. 2 well-deserved points for the United side, which showed signs of returning to real form again after several setbacks. Willie Pettigrew, George Fleming notched in the first half, Billy Kirkwood made it 3 after 50 minutes, and then George Fleming wrapped things up for the Tannadice men with 7 minutes remaining. to East End Park in 2018 or 2018 as United extended their unbeaten run to 3 games under Robbie Neilson. Paul McMullen scored the opener, a header from a Fraser-Aird free kick. Billy King added a second after a defensive error, and despite a missed penalty by McMullen, United secured a comfortable 2-0 win against the Stake Bridie providers. United's strong grip on the Scottish Championship tightened further in 2023 or 2023. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. As the league leaders thumped Arbroath, Lee Moult tapped in the opener at Tannadice. Ross Dockery had them two up after 14 minutes. Kai Fotheringham made it 3 just before the break. Tony Watt, Mole and Matthew Cudjoe added 3 more in the second half. The 6-0 win also saw us wear which kit, Paul?
The white kit.
Yes, the United for 100 years.
It was absolutely pissing doing that night.
Yeah.
Torrential all day.
It was like a skin-tight top by the end of it.
It was see-through. I'm sure there was
Only one of that one game, eh?
Yeah, and then sold them.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
About, you know.
Yeah. But they could have sold replicas
I
to the fans. A lot of people would have bought that because it was lovely. Does our mate Maggers have any of them? Did he buy one?
Probably.
Yeah. I think we're Canadian mate Dave Hales, and pretty sure he bought one. Or he was in a bidding war with Ross Graham's old man.
We're also in a bidding war.
Yeah, but we didn't get it, did we?
Didn't get on.
We didn't even get Barraghetti's against St Johnston that day.
We didn't. We actually bid on that.
That was heartbreaking.
That's twice he's been mentioned today.
I'm a prick.
Bro, twice. Raging about him. Anyway, I've not written any birthdays down, but I've quickly went to the Arab Archive page to find whose birthday it is. Stuart McKimmie, 63 the day.
Ralphie Millen skinned him.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm.
And the happiest footballer you'll ever see.
Happy?
No.
28
the day.
He's 28? Does he still play for us?
No. He's right down at the arse end of the UK, I think. Plays with Kevin McDonald.
Elmari Niskanen.
Yes.
Yeah.
28 the day.
28. Happy birthday, Emmy.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. I've got no other clues because I totally forgot. I must have half wrote this during the week.
Hey ho.
Thought, I need to get the Tannadice Test.
You're a busy man. You're a busy man.
I need to get the fun.
What to do next week? Concentrate on this on your day nonsense, and maybe just for a week, just start the Tannadice Test stuff.
We need some fun. We've got to speak about Wednesday night at Fir Park, Fir Hill, whatever it's fucking called.
Again. We'll manage. We'll manage.
Episode 307 done. Thank you very much to everyone again who has bought tickets for the live show with Andy McLaren and Robbie Winter, stonefoxpodcast.com. You can like, subscribe, click the notification bell on YouTube. You can support the pod, buymeacoffee.com/Dode Fox Podcast. Do have a great week. Stay safe. Don't forget to wash your hands and your arsehole.